Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. We're going to go over some of the trades I took today and the alignments that occurred, and we had a good day. Everything has been changing for me because I started going with a one-to-one framework, and I'm almost 1 month into trading a one-to-one system, and it's definitely powerful, and it's an adjustment coming from a negative risk to reward system. Like, I was taking profit at maybe 0.6 R and I was risking 1 R on the trade. So coming from that area to the one-to-one is just it's eye-opening, and it's transformative. For sure it's transformative. And from here on out, until I say otherwise, every trade that we're going to discuss is in a one-to-one. We're assuming that we're looking at a one-to-one profit to risk. So what happens at market open? First of all, our pre-market range topped out right here on this red line. As you know, we're in all-time highs right now. And basically, we open right here. You're going to see something very important occur here. See this message? We open, and let's look at the second minute of the market. So we're 2 minutes into the market open, and our 5-minute momentums are not in sync. They're not in sync yet, so we have to wait for that to occur. And our 1 hour is in the green going up, and our 15-minute is holding green upward momentum. So we're waiting for everything to align, then we're going to see what happens next. So the very first minute of this market, we're running up, and we hit that critical pre-market high. And we reject down. We have a strong rejection. So that information right there. Remember, it's a story. The market's telling you a story. You don't have to try to predict the future. Just listen to the story. And there's only so many stories that can be told. The patterns always stay the same, but the story can change in little ways. So we have a sell-off off of that pre-market high, and then we recover. We retrace back to that very level, consolidate for 2 bars, and have a strong break above. So that's the story the market is telling us right now. Now, at this time, we are seeing the 5 minutes momentum data sets actually harmonize, and that's what we need. It's definitely what we need. So it's telling us a story. It's saying, look, we do have the ability to break this pre-market level. Strength is here. And of course, look at the momentum on the 1 hour, and look at the momentum on the 15 minutes, setting us up for a nice upward move. It's clues. It's giving you context. Asymmetrical probability distributions represented in momentum data. This was my first trade of the day. Why? Because we had a little reversal in momentum. See how momentum's losing? Now it's not. The 5-minute twins are in sync. 15 and the 1 hour is aligned. Now, I took that trade and it was a win, and that's wonderful. Then this next setup happened not too many minutes later right here. What happened? Momentum going against the whole alignment, and now it's not. Right here. That was 2 wins. I missed this one, unfortunately, and I was frustrated with myself because I was distracted. Should not have missed this one. Oh man, I shouldn't have missed that one. And that would have been another great win. So when's the next alignment that happens for the day? Well, the minimum alignment is the 15-minute crossover. So we got to wait for a 15 to crossover now, because nothing else is happening to the upside anymore. I'm going to close this 5-minute, and we're going to use this 5-minute for the rest of the day. So we're waiting for a 15-minute crossover before we can start taking short trades. It starts to happen right here. This level is the pre-market level, and look where we are again. Okay? What a trade that would have been. Don't you see how obvious this is? The 5-minute going strong and unbroken. 15 is crossing over. So a volume confluence was right here. That would have been it. Wonderful win that would have been. Logical, wonderful win. Why is it logical? Because we're breaking through this previous critical level that we talked about. That's what makes it important. We retrace back to it right here. We're coming back up. So now we're officially looking for short opportunities because the 15-minute momentum is now in bearish territory. So we're looking for short opportunities. We're looking for the 5-minute momentum not to be going up, but to be going down. We want it to be going down and aligned with everything else. Now you're probably thinking, well, the 1 hour isn't going down yet. That's true. The 1 hour is not aligned, which means we need to either not take the trade, or we need to maybe size down, or maybe skip the trade or size down. So here we start tapering off. Right here, we're selling off. And here we're not. We're coming up. Okay, and then as time unfolds, we come back to this VWAP here, and by the time we get to VWAP, the 5-minute is now selling off. So this right here would have been a great setup, but it wasn't because the momentum didn't actually flip. It was a candle break, the bar break. This candle bar broke the limits of this previous bar to the downside. So if you use that as an entry, yes, that would be a win. But if you wait for the official entry, like the momentum actually ticking down, that would have been this candle, which would have been a loss. Okay, let's move forward. Did we have any other opportunities where we're allowing for shorts? No, because why? The 5 minutes in the green. The whole next hour, 2 hours, we don't have any short opportunities because we're just in the green. See? We want to be in the red. We want things to be aligned. I marked this as a potential trade because the 5-minute was going strong to the upside. And then look, we had down, 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 up. Finally aligned. What a wonderful trade that would have been right there, huh? Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But we didn't take that one either because the 15 had not crossed over yet. So we're trying to wait for full alignments to occur, which means we're not gonna take some trades, and that's all right. It's not a big deal. Waiting for the full alignment to occur, and then that's when we strike. Okay. If you can't see what's about to happen, you haven't been paying attention. The 15 is in the red and it's building negative momentum again. The 5-minute has been building negative momentum and it's getting close to crossing over. And look what's about to happen with this momentum indicator on the execution time frame. The 1 minute in this case, we could just use a 2-minute as well and look at it on a 2-minute. We have the momentum coming up, 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 and it ticks down right there. So this candle was your entry. And that was a win. For a short to capture this. And then we had a few other setups right here. Why are they setups? Because the 15 is finally crossing into the green. This 15-minute is in the green, or this 5-minute is in the green rather. Holding. It's not necessarily building, but it's holding. And what about our 1 hour? Our 1 hour has been in the green this whole time, waiting for this to happen. This first setup was a loss right here. And it wasn't official. I don't even know why I have this thing, because the momentum didn't actually tick up. It was close to ticking up, but it did not. So this one, I'm going to take that out. That wasn't even official. I took that trade, and I took a loss on that trade because I got psyched out. I got faked out. This histogram bar was going up, and it was breaking the previous variance of the previous histogram bar. But in the last, like, 3-5 seconds, then it did not. So it makes sense why this didn't follow through. That was a loss. And then I took this trade right here, which happened right after. Which, again, everything is in alignment. Look at the alignment here. Look, down, 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 tick up. So with that much being said, that was all of the trades I took for today, Tuesday, May 26th. I will see you in the next one. Take care.